Welcome. Good morning. I want to get my screen share up so I can show you the words that we were just singing if you don't know them. And we can say the invocation. The words are Alhamdulillah, and we'll be coming back to it because it's so relevant to the cards we're going to be working with today. And Yashakur, Allah. And Alhamdulillah, loosely translated, and I'll tell you more what it means later, is all praise to unity, to the one. And Yashakur is really, it's gratefulness. It's saying thank you. So let's say this invocation that we've been doing all together in our hearts and into our spaces. Let your wish become my desire. Let your will become my deed. Let your word become my speech, beloved, and your love become my creed. Let my plant bring forth your flowers. Let my fruit produce your seed. Let my heart become your lute, beloved, and my body your flute of reed. So in these, we're going to do something different today. We're going to do 2 cards. Oh my. Because we are coming to the end of the Embody and Dream the Tarot. So we have 2 tens, and they kind of like are so very subtly different, but very similar. As you can see, there's so much kind of joy and gladness and coming to the end, the culmination, the tens, that's what they're about, the end of something. And I think there's such a great follow-up to the card we did last time, the Ten of Swords, which was really this ruin and emptying everything out of really nothing left. And so when there's nothing left, that's when you can actually receive the blessings. That's the 10 of Cups. It's called the Blessings card. It's this sense of really recognizing and feeling grateful for all the things that are in your life right now. And even when you're having a really difficult time, I think most of you know that sense of being able to be grateful for something. It totally changes your perspective within a short period of time, because there's that sense of no longer just focusing on what is going wrong with me. And in this case, the people are looking out towards the horizon, towards the what's coming in, the sun, the rainbow, the cups. And then there's the 10 of Coins. And I love it because it's called the Wealth card, but you can see that what they're determining as wealth is really about belonging and community and connection. And that's what they talk about is that all ages, when you have that sense in your life of being able to include, you could say, all parts of yourself, all the way from the very youngest part to that sense of what's it like to even embrace that older part inside, as well as on the outside. So that's what this card really represents, is that true wealth of letting in everything that you have and how you belong in the midst of it. Is there anything you want to say about the cards?
I think also about the mantra Yagani, which is Gan Eden. It's that Garden of Eden within, that richness within. And would you say the cups, since the cups is the water, it's also that really emotional, it's a little more internal and emotional and feeling the thankfulness and the fullness.
It is. It's about it's because when you have that gratitude, it's just like it's that pouring out. It's like, who's to say, is the gratitude coming back to you, or is the gratitude coming out of you? And so there's like this total reciprocal peace that's happening around giving thankfulness. And yeah, so that's why, and the discs or the coins are more that earth energy, and so they're always about that sense of really the the
Hmm.
the reality of what's there. You
Whether it's
know,
money or relationships
yeah,
or your garden or
it's the
whatever.
pragmatics, but it's really also, in this case, it's about seeing the wealth. It's not just, we often think that we don't have it, but I think of, so many of the indigenous cultures have prized wealth not by the money they had, not by being at the top of their game and making and doing all these things, but much more about the community in which they lived in. So let's see. I want to let go of this. And all right. So as we start today, I want to come back to Alhamdulillah, and the reason why I chose that one. It is said that hamd, that middle part of Alhamdulillah, is considered to be it's translated as the essence of every creature. Everything that is in this world has a hamd. I love that, because if you think of it, it's like a humming. It's like this sense of this vital energy that makes it uniquely itself. And so that hamd, that vital energy in the Alhamdulillah, it's about being able to express that hamd, that your own vital essence. And as you express it, the universe is giving it back to you. So that's what's amazing about it. It's the same thing as what we talked about in terms of gratitude. It's like as we give out something of ourselves, it's literally the universe is coming back with it. So it's about being able to breathe in and breathe out. It's like that basic piece again. It all comes down to, it's if we can be empty enough, we can actually receive. And to empty, we have to really, we have to be willing to give. So it's it's kind of paradoxical. I'll just share with you that it's been a very kind of bleak, a bleak time since we got back from Costa Rica with the ice storms, and today it finally is warming up, but our whole backyard has been like an ice skating rink. Literally the bay has been an ice skating rink, and so there's been this sense of that, like that devastation, the 10 of the swords, and it's like, okay, now if I can let myself empty out, what can I give back? What can I let in? So that's how we're going to work today. So we're going to start with the water breath, and we're going to be breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth through pursed lips. And if you're okay with it, to just stand, to let your body really, because what I want you to do is we first have to kind of make an accommodation in these bodies to have any room to let in the breath, to let in that vital energy that the universe is continually giving back to us, right? So we're going to start with just breathing and like really stretching and feeling into where do we need to like move a little bit, or just let ourselves breathe into that area to make a little bit of accommodation so we can feel it. So breathing in through the nose, deep, rich, full breaths. Breathing out through the mouth and just letting your whole body, you can stretch it, you can really point, you can let yourself just find where does it need to have it be attended to so that it can let in again. And with that exhale, really letting it flow out a whole lot until you almost, there's no room left to exhale until you inhale again. You can shake it out. Roll your shoulders. Maybe just one more all over body breath. And then letting your breath, imagine that it's coming up through the soles of your feet. That inhale all the way up to your thighs. And you're just letting your thighs feel that sense of the energy coming in and the expression of making room in those thighs. Making room for what it is to feel in your legs today. Those sturdy parts of us. Really helping us to stand, sit, walk, doing so much for us, and bringing that gratefulness to your legs. Starting off with really just feeling that sense of maybe you want to touch them or really do a deep massage on them, being grateful for them being here. All the way down to your feet. Letting in the energy with each inhale and giving thanks for them, for where they are today. And then letting your feet express their own hum, their own essence. As you breathe in, on that exhale, how do they want to give back to the earth for supporting them, to all the people in your life who've supported them, to shoes that have supported them. I mean, so many ways. Clothes that make them feel comfortable. That allow you to do yoga or dance. So on that exhale, you're really letting those legs express, and on the inhale, you're deeply bringing it into your legs. Maybe they want to do a little happy dance. Maybe they just want to shake out or go up on your toes. But just let those feet and toes do what they want to do on that exhale. And then bringing the energy up through your perineum as you go into your hips. Imagine that you're breathing up through the perineum, that place right in the middle of your bottom, right behind your urethra or to the back of it. So breathing in from that place and then filling it into your hips, your first chakra, your second chakra, the psoas, all those muscle areas, that which allows us to, it's the animal part of our nature of really staying safe. Breathe in that energy that's always available and let yourself breathe out and make accommodation for anything that might be stuck in there that makes it hard to just feel that part of your body. Also all your sexual organs. really making lovely accommodation. And then as you've made that accommodation, breathing in again through the perineum, deep, rich, full breaths, and allowing yourself to really feel that sense of your own gratitude for these hips, for the way that they help the legs to move and the upper body to connect, our sexual organs, really being grateful for this part of our body that helps us to stay safe, to be able to run when we need to run. So on that exhale, we're really giving the thanks. We're doing the shakur. We're saying thank you. I really appreciate you being there. All the ways that it moves. I love it because it helped me to do African dance. Still does. To feel my sensuality. Find what you love about your hips, your genitals. And breathe in that energy every time. Receive it back as you give out. And then coming back to that breath in again, and this time letting your hips express their hum, their own essence of how do they want to show their expression of joy, gratefulness, what it's like to be in the world. How do they want to express? Let that come on that exhale. And then really enjoy the inhale, the revitalization again. How does that part of your body like to express its sensuality to the world, to say thank you for being here? One more time in the hips, breathing in deeply and expressing it. And then bringing this energy up through the perineum with each inhale and letting it really fill the solar plexus in the front and in the back, all the area below your ribs, right below your diaphragm. And make an accommodation there. Make sure that there's enough room and space on that exhale to let anything in. This power center, this part of us that can really take on tasks, get things done. Hold our center. Have determination. So letting go that last breath in and then really letting go on that exhale. And this time on the inhale, really taking it in all the way up into your solar plexus and really letting yourself give thanks for that area. If you can touch it and massage it, whatever feels good, to really let it know you've appreciated all the ways that lower back is engaged in life. And you can even let it know maybe, oh, it doesn't have to work so hard. And continuing to breathe in deep, rich, full breaths from the perineum and letting go with that sense of the thankfulness on the exhale. When I massage it, I can feel all the tight places, and I just give it thanks for all the ways it's holding me up. And now I let this part of my body really express its hum. Breathing in through the perineum all the way up to the solar plexus, really letting the solar plexus express its essence, its way of expressing its joy, its meaningfulness of being in the world. And let's do this a couple more times. And breathing in one last time into the solar plexus, really taking that in and letting it express. Its own uniqueness. And now breathing in through the perineum and letting it come all the way up into the heart chakra. So from the diaphragm all the way up to right below or right above our breasts, front and back. So letting ourselves just breathe that in, the energy, and make accommodation in that area for any way that we might feel too full or our heart is guarded right now. We're just going to let those parts, asking them to step aside so we can make a little bit of room and space to get to know what it's like to be in thankfulness. We can shake it up or do whatever we need to do to let that part know we're here, it's safe, nothing, no problems. We can let go a little bit. Even the train announces we can have a place in this world. And we breathe in again into this beautiful heart chakra area. And we give thanks for all the ways in which this heart area knows how to express itself, how to love, how it gives back to us with self-love, gives to others. We give thanks for this beautiful heart. Even if we might not know all of our heart yet, we can give thanks for all the ways that we're constantly sharing ourselves with others, that we're even fact that we're here is a way that we're opening our hearts to express ourselves. You can pat your heart, you can touch it, the front and the back, that whole area. Just let it know that you really give thanks for it. For the way that the heart beats, the physical heart is beating all the time, sending blood and energy to the whole body. So breathing up through the perineum, letting that energy come up to the heart, and giving thanks to it. And now letting the heart receive that energy on the inhale and express it on the exhale. How does the heart want to express its hum, its essence to the world, this beautiful part of you that loves? loves to be loved, that loves to give at times, that loves to express, share. Maybe sometimes it feels angst, and that's a wonderful dance to do too. It's still a part of your heart. Even your sadness and your difficulties, they're a part of your heart. Let your heart express them. Letting your heart really receive on each inhale and express on the exhale. And this time, breathing up through the perineum, all the way to the upper chest and the up front and back and the shoulders. And letting that whole area make some accommodation, some room on that exhale to be able to take in energy. We can let all the selves know that, yeah, we're just trying to help with letting them receive some energy so they're not so depleted. Breathe in that energy and encourage them to let go a little bit. To make some room, to let those shoulders shrug back and no longer have to take on so much weight. Not having to hold it all together. And then letting ourselves give thanks to this area. So breathing in again, that wonderful energy with on inhale to this whole upper chest and shoulders area, filling it out, and then touching it, giving thanks for all the ways it operates during your day in terms of really letting yourself. It can help you to open your heart, to close your heart. It can help you to take on responsibilities and to shrug them off and let them go. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of me. And all the ways you help me to open my heart during the day. Or to close it down when I need to shut off. Continuing to revitalize that energy with that area with each inhale. And letting go, letting yourself give thanks on that exhale. And now letting that area express itself, express its hummed on the exhale. Letting it feel the revitalization of the inhale and how does it want to express itself to the world? Maybe it just wants to shake, or it wants to really open up, or really pull in. Let itself be an added expression to the heart. One more time, breathing in deeply and letting go, expressing. And now breathing in all the way into our arms, our elbows, our fingers, our hands, and letting this area make an accommodation for more room to give and to receive, so that we can really feel the revitalization with each inhale coming to our arms, our hands, our elbows, our wrists. And giving thanks for this part of our body. It does so much during the day, constantly picking things up and putting things away and typing and helping, touching another, touching ourselves. So really just feeling, touching, massaging into these hands and arms and really giving thanks. And this time on the inhale, letting our hands express their hum, their essence, as they really let themselves give back, but also receive from the world, from our lives. Their own uniqueness. How are they in the world? Maybe today they want to receive more, maybe today they want to give out more, or maybe they have this beautiful sense of both, or just wanting to go into the flow and feel that sense of giving thanks for their flow in the world. One more big breath into the arms and letting it express. And then breathing in to all the way from the perineum up through to the neck and the head. And asking all the thoughts, all those parts of us that are thinking, all these different thoughts, to step aside as we really breathe out into the head and the neck. Letting it empty. Letting it fill with energy with each inhale. And we give thanks on that exhale for our face, all the many muscles that are used all the time to smile, to frown, to figure things out. And then we've got our deep brain constantly thinking and figuring things out and wanting to get to the bottom of things and clarify, and giving thanks for that brain. And giving thanks for the neck, how it really holds up that head. And now letting breath come into the neck and the head, and letting our neck and head express our own hum, our own essence into the world. You know, maybe you really feel it with that exactness that you have, and you're wanting to figure things out. Maybe you feel it today as more the flow, liking to flow with what's going on. Letting your head just express how it wants to express itself today on that exhale. Filling it up with the inhale. Now letting the whole body be filled. Let's take a couple of really deep breaths. Into our whole body. Letting our whole body recognize that every time we give out, we receive something back. So let's breathe out so much as we express ourselves on that exhale. But there's nothing left but to inhale. Take in that inhale And express it all out again. And do it 2 more times, let that exhale be so big and so expressive that there's nothing left but to inhale. That way the universe is always giving back to us. We express, we give out, we give thanks, we see the gratitude of all the things in our life, the wealth, and it comes back. So we'll just take just a couple of extra minutes now as we've really let ourselves express that hummed, to see if there's anything really specifically we want to be grateful for. So as we exhale out, we can think of all of the ways that we're held right now in our lives, held to be in warm places, have feet that have a floor to stand on or carpet. With each exhale, we're giving thanks for that. Give thanks. Yashakur, if you'd like to say it. Yashakur. For all of the many intricate ways we're woven into this community, the people who live near us. Don't just let your mind go to the ways that they're not there for us. Remember that they are there, that there's ways they are there for us. Remember the ways that the people who we love are there for us. Forming this beautiful, you could say, a blessing above us, or you could say they're all around us, however you see it. Yashakur to all the people who we love and they love us. Forming this global net around us. Remembering all the people who are on this Zoom call that we've moved with before, and done soul work before, and giving thanks for their loving energy to show up today. Yashakur. Remembering to take in that big inhale before you give it back out again. And giving thanks in whatever way that feels right for you right now. And if you need to sit down, go ahead and we can finish this out sitting. Just letting ourselves really take in that inhale so that we can give it back out again. Feel our whole body is really invigorated with that inhale. It's the hummed coming back to us, the essence that never stops. We give it out, it comes back. And letting that ground into your heart. The hummed, your own essence. It keeps coming in from the universe with each inhale. And it goes back out. every time we give gratefulness.
As you continue just breathing in this thankfulness with each inhalation, the receiving of all the blessings, and as you exhale, breathing out the thankfulness for all the blessings, giving back. You could even say gently, Shakur, silently as you inhale and exhale if you wish. But bring your breath, imagine your chest soft and porous as your breath flows in and out of the sacred space of your heart. And really giving thankfulness for the capacity to have attention, to direct your attention, to direct your awareness in certain areas. And right now, that thankfulness for turning the light around and directing your attention into the sacred space of your heart. Reminding all the other selves there's nothing to do and nowhere to go right now. It's okay right now at this moment in time and space for us to just bring our awareness in and out of the sacred space of our hearts. And as you do that, you're giving thanks for this ability to go in and giving thanks for the sacred space of your heart. Or you can just say shakur to the breath, shakur to the heart as you breathe in and out. And giving thanks for all the ways the sacred space of your heart has manifested for you. And today, whether it manifests as a place from a dream or your past, it was nourishing, safe, secure, or someplace you've seen in a vision or read about, whatever way, but giving thanks for whatever form, whether you feel it, see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, whatever way you experience the sacred space of your heart, temple or garden or a table of holy wisdom, just really allowing that thankfulness for this amazing thing that you can bring your attention into the sacred space of your heart and give thanks. Just giving thanks for it and in whatever shape or form it's there for you today. And the ones that distract away, you can be thankful for them because they have some protective function or mechanism or need some attention. We can let them know we're going to call everyone into the sacred space, the whole inner family in a little bit. But right now, if they could just step aside or just rest somewhere in the space of your heart. And with all love and respect, we call upon High Self, our inner guide, our angel of our being, whether you experience High Self as a beautiful field of loving awareness or compassion or clarity, or you see a wise being or a sphere of energy or an animal ally or whatever, whatever sense, whatever way you experience High Self, with all love and respect, inviting your High Self into the sacred space of your heart for a time of communion, a time of guidance, a time of dialogue, and begin by just breathing in the blessings of High Self and breathing back this shakur, this thankfulness. Just know that High Self is thankful for you, because High Self can come and manifest more in the world, and giving thanks for High Self as you exhale, letting that shakur happen both ways. Every atom, every being gives thanks in their own unique way. And all the different selves inside each give thanks too in their own unique way. And you, as conscious self, get to listen, help each self tune to the source and tune to high self and recognize the joy and giving thanks, praising your life, praising the cosmos, praising all the blessings. So, with love and respect, we open for any guidance from high self on how to receive thankfulness and gratefulness and how to give on a deeper and deeper level. Beloved high self, we ask for your guidance and direction. This quality of the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Coins, the outer and inner fullness and richness. How can we receive and give and share those more deeply? And then, with love and respect, we call in all the selves to form a circle. And first of all, just bringing that sense of thankfulness to all the different selves inside. Really being thankful for each one, whether they're dancing in joy and ecstasy or whether they're worried or upset. Just they're all part of your inner family. Each one has its own message, its own purpose, its own unique unfoldment. But just spreading this light and love from high self, from you, coming through you, to all the selves, really welcoming them. It's like in that Ten of Cups, that outer family, really welcoming your inner family and really recognizing and welcoming all the joy, all the wonder they have, and holding with compassion all the hurt and wounded areas, knowing those are the edge where we learn and grow more. But taking a moment to just bring in the family and just give thankfulness for each and every self, each and every one. You might almost imagine going around this inner circle, whether you see or feel or just imagine, and just with each one saying, Shakur. All the different selves, infant, toddler, young child, adolescent, young adult, mature adult, elder, welcoming all the different selves, the male, solar, lunar, welcoming the body self, doctor, teacher, any selves, just welcoming in any selves, any parts that you're familiar with or that you might be feeling right now, even in your body or through feelings or thoughts. Just bathing each one with Shakur. Letting them know that you're symphony who you are so much richer for having all these different aspects in this human journey. The ones who worry or try to fix or want to be perfect, just giving thanks for them too, just letting them know they can relax right now. Inviting them all into this breath of unity where they can breathe in Yashakur and then they can gently say Yashakur on the exhale. Just entering this breath of unity with you, with high self, with all the selves, just breathing in Yashakur, breathing out and chanting Yashakur if they wish. Are there any selves that might have a difficult time with that? Breathing in and out Yashakur for them too. Inviting them when they're ready to join in. Letting each know you look forward to time in the future to get to know, to dialogue, to enter into communion and dialogue and understanding with each self. But for right now, you're just acknowledging the whole inner family. And as you breathe that breath of unity, just letting the breath flow in and out with Yashakur, Yashakur, as you acknowledge all the outer families you have. Acquaintances, friends, neighbors, the soul work community, others on whatever spiritual path you're on. As we're ready, take a deep breath in. We'll do a Yashakur down to the inner life, another Yashakur to the outer life. Just being able to be thankful that we can recognize and hold each. Yashakur. Yashakur. You can continue to breathe that in and out on your breath if you wish. You can stretch or move, whatever you need to do to come back to your awake, alert. And you can reflect on your experience, whether that's inside or writing or jotting down something.